Good morning. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Taking a look at the crude oil chart for September 28th, 2009. And here we are taking a look at the weekly chart. And we talked about this last week. We had a lower high here develop on the weekly chart. We closed out Friday beneath the weekly 21. And we've got a Bollinger Band pointing up, but that's several hundred pips there. So right now we're still bearish on this. Looking above 68 to be neutral, and pretty much anything under that we're still bearish. So let's go ahead and look at our daily chart. And we had a daily doji on Friday, which just by pattern recognition, if you go back on the chart, typically we've moved the opposite direction at least for a couple of days when we've had a daily doji. But just a warning sign, really don't want to take any action off it without some other things telling you to. But came back up, and now we're just playing around with the lows at 65, 68 currently during the London session. And let's go ahead and look at our 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, really right here at $65 we've been able to hold. Friday we had another good move down. We had the durable goods come out and it was negative, and oil came right down. The dollar gained a lot of strength across the board. A little bit of a retracement with the dollar. Still looking for some weakness with the dollar. Let's go ahead and look at our hourly chart. And as you can see, we're basically, for all intents and purposes, looking at a range here. And be open to the possibility of range trading these Bollinger Bands on the hourly. Till we get some volatility, at least in the market at 9 a.m. New York time. But that's kind of what's been happening here. That's been the theme. And we're a little bit on the heavy side right now. But possibly a 5-8 cross. You've got M2 that just can't break here on the daily. So we could be heading back up for a retracement. Not a lot of great places for a Fibonacci retracement, but more of looking at the pivots today and some of the EMAs, maybe some of the longer term EMAs like the 4-hour 21 for a possible retracement. But we very well could hold here and then just roll back over to the downside when we get some volatility. So let's go ahead and look at our 15-minute chart. Same thing here, actually making a higher low. So maybe we're heading back up for that retracement. Right now the hourly 21 is holding, and let's go ahead and take a look at the pivot charts. Alright, weekly pivots on the right with the 4-hour candles, and on the left the hourly with the daily pivots. And as you can see here, M2 holding right now, and we're sandwiched between the daily pivot and M2, and prior to that we were really Bollinger Band trading. And right now the hourly 21 is holding, so we always want to watch the hourly 21. We talked about it last week, and it pretty much held throughout the week when we were trending. Long as we're not too close to the daily pivot. When we're this close to the daily pivot with the hourly 21, I like to be a lot more conservative. But when we're trending well, the hourly 21 is a great pullback zone to, look for a continuation. But right now, we're just looking at the pivots. It's a new week. We want to see what everybody's thinking. So right now, we're going to be conservative on Monday and wait for the market to open and see if we can't come back up to a decent retracement. Maybe possibly come back up to the Bollinger Band or the M3 and look for a short off of that. And just be open to the possibility that this could roll back over. Let's go back to our daily chart. And we do have the daily doji. If we hold here, we could head back up, retest the 67 level and look for a short there. One other thing I wanted to show you on the 4-hour is a 4-hour 21 here, just pointing down. Great place to short off of that if we get the opportunity. Like I said, again, above $68, kind of going neutral on it. Let's look at our daily chart one more time here. And we've got some prior support, term resistance there. As you can see, that was actually the wick up on the doji. So we could retest the 5, get a little bit closer to it, and maybe short off of that. But if we get back up into the 68 zone, up in here, and close above that, we're definitely going to go neutral on this, and we'll just look for some clues. But for right now, we're still bearish. We're still looking to short this thing, and we're looking for some good resistance to short off of when we're getting some volatility in the market, preferably around 9 a.m. New York time or 8 a.m. in Chicago. So That's it for today, folks. Hope you make some good pips, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.